Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. For uses of use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let's start this dang show.
You gonna have any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
Yeah, this week starts us off with a heavy heart with the losses to Miss Davis, you know, the matriarch and the really behind all of that happened here, I would think, and also losing George Atkinson, one of the great players that ever played here, and also all of the work he did after he finished playing to stay so connected to the Raiders and so connected to the family and all. So it's been heavy, and the players understand as much as they can at this point, but really we should all send our love out to Mark, and as he works his way through this. It's been very difficult and challenging. He's got so much love in his heart, that a very compassionate person, and it really was obvious this week. So
hey, how you doing? We were still trying to do some post-production behind the scenes. Anyways, no music today because, of course, the last few days, we lost two very important people in the Raider Nation. One, George Atkinson from the 70s, you know, the Soul Patrol and everything. And then, of course, they say, well, I say she was the queen. She was the queen because Al Davis was king and she was queen. Everybody else says First Lady of the Raider organization, Raider Nation, Carol Davis. So,
you know, we say, and every great man is a great woman.
Yeah, and if one can keep them in check, you know, I know they say Amy Trask and all that, but Mrs. Davis, that was the one.
You know what? Go John Kingdon's book. We promote it all the time, but there's a couple of stories that are in there that talk about things, and you'll see just how much that woman meant to Al Davis and how much of the queen of Raider Nation she really was, of the Raiders and Raider Nation.
Yes. So, CMN, you know, usually, you know, Asylum Burgundy, he goes off on the Raider news and NFL news, but he's in a different tone this time. He wanted to show his respects to the two legends that we lost. So, Asylum, do you have that video ready?
Yep.
All right. We're going to do Asylum Burgundy in a special place. And he's not at the Al Davis desk. He's at a special place. So here we go. CMN News. Here we go.
This is CMN, a cage match news update.
Hello, this is Asylum Burgundy for your Cage Match News Update. Tonight, I'm not at the Al Davis news desk, but I am at the Al Davis Memorial Torch, the original in Oakland, California. I thought it would be more fitting to light the torch in honor of two lost legends, but where it all originally started, where they started. The Coliseum is a lot more than just memories. It's where winning legacies started. And we are all gathered here to send off and honor these two. George Atkinson was small in stature, but he still put fear in opposing receivers. Nicknamed the Hitman, he lived up to that moniker. He was the last living member of the infamous Soul Patrol, one of, if not, the most scariest defensive backfields in the NFL of the 70s. In fact, he pestered the Steelers' Lynn Swann so bad, their head coach Chuck Noll tried to sue Atkinson. A champion of Super Bowl XI, the legend of George Atkinson will live forever in the hearts of Raider Nation. He was dedicated to the Shield, Raider in peace. Carol Davis, considered the First Lady of Raider Nation, was married to Al Davis since 1954. Even though Al's passion was football, she was number one in his heart. The queen of the Davis family, she was also behind the scenes in the football world, keeping Al in check with negotiations. After Al Davis passed away in 2011, her and Mark Davis took over the team. In fact, she's been with the team through all three moves, and was the first to light the torch in Las Vegas. So let's light the torch together as we celebrate both in honor.
Just like any good reporter, damn, I want to cry. That was good. Thank you, Asylum Burgundy, on that. That was good.
Yes, took it back to a lot of Raider fans call Mecca Violator, calls it Mecca. So
I call it Mecca.
Yeah, we wanted to take it back, or he wanted to take it back to where it all started, where everything started. Where the organization started growing and winning, and where all the golden years. So
where the organization started, back where the torch started. I mean, all that, it comes down to it was fitting to be done with the Oakland Torch in Oakland like that.
Yes. All right. Let's get into the show. Why we are all here. We have another legend. This is two Super Bowl. I'm starting over. See, I told him backstage I'm a little nervous, so I'm gonna start over. Okay, 2-time Super Bowl winning champion, Super Bowl 11. Super Bowl 11, Super Bowl 15, Super Bowl 18. And he was raised in the Stack, Hayward, California, where a lot of legends and a lot of original Black Hole started. So without further ado, because I'm blabbing right now, without further ado, Asylum, let's get the intro ready. Let's bring in the man of the hour, the man of the show, linebacker Jeff Barnes. Here we go.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
What is up? Good afternoon. We got a legend in the house.
Good afternoon.
Hello. And how are my Raider fans today?
Oh yeah, we are. Oh, sorry. No, Asylum, take over. I got to calm my nerves down.
Come on, man. This ain't the first time.
Oh, we're gonna have some
We are
fun.
doing good. We are
We're gonna-
excited to have you guys here. We're excited to talk Raiders football. And then there's obviously another reason why we're all here too. And we'll get into that later on. But it's going to start off here with obviously, everyone's feelings. Obviously, the sad news going on with the losses we had in Raider Nation. These are big hits. This seems like when the hits they come and then they keep on coming. We didn't even get a full week in between everything, but it is a sad moment. But we are here to remember the good times as well as keeping the memory alive of the people that we have lost.
There we go. Yes. And that was a great introduction to they had with Mrs. Davis and George Atkinson. She was definitely the monarch, the queen of the Raiders, and she was behind Al every step of the way. And a lot of people don't know that when they built that stadium, it was a lot of her plan that she knew Al wanted in the stadium. That's why it was built so nice and is state of the art to this day, because Mrs. Davis knew what to do. It was Mark and Mrs. Davis. And Mr. George Atkinson, I loved him to death. He was a great guy. I'll never forget, in practice, George Atkinson came up to me and said, "Rookie," he said, "what coverage are we in?" I said, "George, we're in a cover 3. He said, where are you supposed to be?" I said, "In the flat." He said, "Well, get there then." Well, the whole thing about the Raiders was, the players coached themselves. We had Big John Madden, with the players coached the players, and that's why we were so great with the Raiders.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes of George Atkinson.
Whoa. Before we get there, my lovely wife is here, Anita, 45 years. I want to introduce her, my monarch, my rock. She's here with me, and I'm just so happy that she's here, that we can do this with the Raider fans and the Raider legends that you guys today.
Thank you.
Like we said, behind every great man is a great woman. You can't have it any other way. We only have our greatness because of the women who support us throughout all this.
Now we're talking.
Thank you.
Yes. How do we know? I told him, I said I want to start from the beginning.
That's
but
right.
Let's bring it up. Your accolades. Raider alum, linebacker Jeff Barnes. In the NFL, 157 games played, 8.5 sacks. They don't have tackles. I guess they didn't tally tackles back in the day.
No.
So, but 5 interceptions, 8 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries. And I want to start off here. Okay. Hayward High, 1969 to 73, first all HAAL and all South County, 1971 and 72, and then went to Chabot College, 73 to 74, all Golden Gate Conference, elected to the Chabot Hall of Fame in 2000. Let's start off in the Hayward area, because born and raised, I am from the Hayward area.
Wow.
Live in the Hayward area. I went to Tennyson though, so technically you are my rival.
One of the rivalries, of course. Yes. Tennyson, Mount Eden. We remember you well.
Yeah. So talk about, because I want to start off with this, because you don't really hear too many people out of Hayward. The Rock doesn't count. He was born in Hayward, but he was raised in Hawaii, and then he went to Miami. He don't count. We still claim him because we don't have that much, but we don't really count. So for I know you're born in Philadelphia, but you were raised in Hayward.
Yeah, raised in Hayward, man. Went to elementary, went to Strawbridge Junior High. I went to Hayward High, Chabot College. And let me tell you something. One thing about Hayward was I learned how to run track. I learned all my morals and good things from Hayward. So, and it was a diverse community, and everybody got along. We had such a great time. And that's what I loved about Hayward. And there was a lot of places for the kids to go and do things. We had like the plunge. We had, if you want to go to the water, you go to the bay. And if you want to go to the mountains, you go to Tahoe. So we had everything at our disposal. And I love Hayward for that. And, you know, I worked out a lot at Cal State Hayward. And that's where I really thought I was going to go because, you know, I went up there and I saw a lot of great coaches and the good ball players, good teammates, good people that were just good people all around who taught me and educated me and kept me in good graces. And I had that chance to go to Chabot College, you know, the Gladiators. You know, when I went to Chabot, they were leading Golden Gate Conference for 3 years in a row. And when I got there, you know, they were all heads looking for great things. And we didn't quite get the championship when I was there for the 2 years I was there, but we did great things. From there, you know, I went on to Cal Berkeley under Mike White. We had Chuck Muncie, one of the greatest running backs of all time. And a lot of guys, Tom Newton, James Reed, Wesley Walker. We had some great guys. And we went on from there to win the championship in 75. And we just had our 50th championship reunion at Cal. Man, we had a wonderful time. I saw some guys I haven't seen in 40 years, and we had a ball. And so I was just happy that I was raised in the Bay Area, a great place to be, a great place to be raised and have such a great time. And then I was drafted by the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders. Everybody know about those Oakland Raiders. You know, all my friends, you know, were Raider fans, and everybody I knew were Raider fans back in the day. We had great ball players. There was a couple of ball players came out of Hayward. They went to like Marina. From Marina, they went to the Miami Dolphins and teams like that. But we just had a great time, and I'm just so happy to be here, just sharing this with you. Because other than Cal Bears, you know, we tied for the championship. We had a chance to go to the Roses. But we lost out to UCLA. They beat us, so they went to the Roses that year. But they just honored our memory in that championship in 1975. So maybe just bringing back all kind of memories. And then to go to the Raiders with Jack Tatum, Atkinson, Skip Thomas, Lester Hayes, Rod Martin. Lester Hayes was drafted 5A. I was drafted 5B in 77. So you're just bringing up all kind of great memories. I love Lester Hayes to this day. You know, Rod Martin, God rest his soul. You know, he's doing he's a little sick, and so I want everybody to pray for him because with his 3 interceptions in the Super Bowl, it brought us to the championship with the Raiders 15. So I'm just glad you got, and these 2 Hayward guys. You know, like we got 1, 2, 3 Hayward guys in a row. You just don't see 3 Hayward guys, you know, doing good things on a computer. It's just fantastic.
Well, appreciate that. That's what I was saying. Like, word, you know, you went and succeeded after, so you're the inspiration. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm from Hayward too, so I'm trying to how me and Asylum joke around. I'm trying to ride them coattails. Okay, follow the magic.
There you go. You're doing a wonderful.
I ride the coattails around here, remember? I'm the face of the show. You do all the work. Now, you know, we bring in greats like this. I mean, what more can we ask for? Well, it's funny, you know, you talk about the plunge. I remember the skating ring. You know, I mean, you go around, there's so many things. Unfortunately, a lot of them closing down, like the bowling alley, Holiday Bowl, stuff like that. But, you know, it's always good to be able to reminisce about the good old days.
Oh, yes, sir. That's fantastic, man. You know, we talk about the Double O Liquors, you know, with Jim Otto, and God rest his soul. You know, Jim Otto passed away, and his lovely wife, right to this day, you know, whenever we see each other, we give ourselves a big hug because the Raider family will always be together. Listening right now for the Raiders to send me a report. We're going to have the celebration of Carol Davis' life, you know, Mrs. Davis, and then George Atkinson. We're going to celebrate his life as well. So, you know, when the Raiders pass away, Mark, we always have a celebration of life, and I can't wait to get that news because, you know, everything was so sudden. It happened so quickly that, you know, they're passing that we kind of under shock and everybody's in mourning. But we're going to get together, and we'll get to see some of the Raiders I haven't seen in a while, and we're going to honor Mrs. Davis and George Atkinson.
Yes.
Yeah, as I was saying, my favorite Atkinson quote is when he was doing the interview and he's talking about Lynn Swan, and the look on his face when he turned around and says Lynn Swan was just soft. that just always resonated with me. I think that embodied Atkinson right there with the way he played. That's just how he looked at everybody. He said it about Lynn Swan, but I think when he looked on that offense, there was no wide receiver he feared. He was just to him. They were all soft. It was their field. They owned the Soul Patrol owned, their territory, and they had so much trust in each other that they knew whoever was going to be there was going to handle business.
That's right. And they would make the tackle. If they didn't make the tackle, the other guy made the tackle. Let me tell you a quick story about George. We were playing Miami Dolphins, and the tight end did a down and out, and I was getting ready to go in, and right on the sideline, they came right to me. He caught the ball. The tight end caught the ball and was taking off the field. George came up to him one-on-one. And I looked right at him and then jumped up in the air and caught him underneath his arm. And, those little, what do they call them, hangers, the clothes hangers?
Clothesline.
Caught him right under the chin. His feet kept going and slammed him to the ground and said, "Where you going, Rook?" And threw him. I said, "Man, that's the baddest man I ever knew, that George Atkinson. He didn't take no mess. He didn't care how tall they were, how big they were. He would take them out, and that's where the Soul Patrol, they did their business."
Yeah, I know. Like, I saw this quote the other day where Jack Tatum said, because he was the assassin. They said, "Oh yeah, I might be feared by everybody else, but George Atkinson, he was the meanest one out of the two of us. He was the meanest one, the hitman." And being George Atkinson being the smaller guy in the field, not the smallest, but the smaller guy in the field. You got to do some stuff. And back then a lot of stuff was legal. You have to do some stuff because back then it was a physical pain for mental to stay in your mental. So I'm gonna stay in your head by knocking you across. When you come across this field, right, I'm gonna knock you across the field. So when you come back again, you're thinking about me and not the ball coming to you.
That's right. And him and Lynn Swan had an ongoing feud, and it was so bad that the coach, somebody from Pittsburgh, wanted to sue George Atkinson, and Al Davis stood behind George in that lawsuit, and they were great friends, till his passing. And then the Mark took up the reins, and like I said, he was part of the Raider family after that because they stood behind George Atkinson and what he was representing, the toughness of the Raiders.
Yes. So coming out of college, coming out of Cal Berkeley, how excited were you to be drafted by the hometown team, basically in Oakland, being drafted by the Raiders? And then you're not just being drafted by the Raiders, but you're coming into a team that just just won the Super Bowl.
Just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, all them legends that's there. Ken Stabler,
Cliff Branch. I was ecstatic.
The best year possible.
Man, I was ecstatic. What do you think? I was so happy. But let me tell you the quick story. I was watching the draft all day, and I left in the 4th round. I get to my apartment. My roommate said, Jeff, it was the 5th round. I said, "You've just been drafted." He liked to play a lot of jokes on it. Billy Clark, he passed away. I love him to this day. He liked to play a lot of jokes on me. I said, "Billy, I was just watching the draft all day, and I didn't get drafted." He said, No, you got drafted. So I'm thinking he's pulling a practical joke. So at that minute, somebody called. They said, "Jeff Barnes?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You just been drafted by the Raiders." I hung up the phone. I said, he paid somebody to call me to tell me I was drafted. This guy's good. He's really persistent with this. So they called back and said, "Jeff," they said, no, don't hang up. You've been drafted by the Raiders. The only thing I could say was I was ecstatic. And I said, "I'm going to hang up the phone." Berkeley and the Raider office was 15 minutes away. I hopped in my hoopty and I was there in about 10 minutes. I went to the Raider office and I knocked on the door and the secretary, I said, "Miss Secretary," I said, "This is Jeff Barnes." She said, "Just a minute, Jeff." She went upstairs to John Madden. She said, "I'll never forget this story." And John Madden will tell you, if he was alive, will tell you this story to this day. He went to the store. Yeah, Jeff Barnes, we just drafted him. She said, "No, he's downstairs in the lobby." I said, "I wanted to make sure they had the right Jeff Barnes." That was my claim to fame to the Raiders. And like I said, Big John Madden told that story, and I love John. He brought me in after they won the Super Bowl, and the Raiders, we had Gene Upshaw, Art Shell, Atkinson, Tatum. Come on now, Henry Lawrence, Rod Martin, Willie Hall. Remember, we get Willie Hall. We had some of the baddest guys. Oh man, Clarence Davis, running back. We had some of the best. Cliff Branch, God rest his soul. We can't forget him. They had some of the best guys of all time. People that
birthday with Cliff.
They gave up on them, but the Raiders showed that, hey, with that persistence and that toughness, that they were going to be the championships, they were going to be the champions. And I stepped in. Every time we would go out to a game, they said, Jeff, get sign this Super Bowl. I said, oh, no, I just got here. I didn't do anything. But it got to the point where I started signing. I said, shoot, I want me a ring too. It got 2. So I loved it. I loved being with the Raiders. It was the greatest moment of my life. I was with John Madden when we went up to Tahoe. And that Nintendo people told John, said, John, we got this great game we want you to be a part of. And you remember the old Pong game where you hit the little thing of ping and it bounce out. You don't see. Some of you old guys might know about these kids. They don't know nothing about that.
I remember Pong.
And I said, they had the little football. You throw it to the guy. He might catch it. He might not. I said, this game is not going anywhere. This is terrible. John signed on to that game. We're doing Madden 2026 next year. And so I said, wow. And I was right there. I should have bought I gave him a couple of dollars and bought some stock. I'd have been rich.
Speaking of John Madden, Ed wants to know, did you ever share a turducken with Madden at Thanksgiving?
Oh my goodness. No. That was afterwards. John had retired. And then he went on into he went on the bus trip. And a lot of people don't even know why he was on that bus. But I do. I was there. I was right there. John Madden, he didn't like flying. So when he got a chance to get a bus and go across town, he did the bus trip and, started the turducken and all that. But no, I didn't get a chance to get some of that turkey. But I sure would have loved to, a turkey with 4 legs. There's something kind of wrong with that anyway, that whole thought. But they wanted to make sure that all the guys had a drumstick when they did a great play.
And there was another question. Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead. I know, sure. Keep them coming, man. Hey,
there was another question earlier. Accelerator wanted to know who's the toughest Raider from your generation in a bar fight.
Oh my God! Don't get me started. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. John Tusack, of course, but Rod Martin was second.
It's Tuesday.
Let me tell you, we're talking about Chama Tuesday. He was 6'9", 300 pounds. And nobody messed with the two. He was just like a big old pussycat anyway. Everybody thought that he was all mean and tough, but he was just a sweetheart. But nobody messed with the twos. And that Rod Martin, let me tell you something. He had the biggest hands. If you ever saw Rod Martin's hand, Rod Martin would grab you and choke you, and you'd be out in 2 seconds. And nobody messed with Rod Martin. He was a tough guy, and some of the craziest things. And Dave Dubby, oh man, wow.
Dubby.
You bringing back some memories. You talking about going back in the bar. I can tell you about everybody who was in that bar. We had some fun. But those are the toughest guys that I knew of, and you didn't want to make them mad.
So I was just going to ask.
Go ahead.
You said you were drafted by Madden. What was it like to play for two Hall of Fame coaches, if not best coaches? To probably ever coach the game, depending on how people want to go. But what was it like to play for them both, let alone go through that transition at that point?
Well, let me tell you something. It was fantastic because, John Madden was already a legend. He won the Super Bowl 76, and he was a legend, and I was happy to play for him. I'll never forget, I ran down on kickoff, and in those days, you had a big wedge, 4 guys, and I went down there and I busted the wedge. But the guy ran the ball. He got about 15 yards. I ran off the field. John said, well, what happened? He said, that's what you're here to make a tackle. I said, Coach, I bust the wedge. Wasn't that enough? He said, no. He said, so now I've got to figure out how to bust the wedge and make a tackle. So, he was the kind of guy that he wanted more. He wanted you to give you all, and I loved him for it. And then when he left, a lot of people don't know that he left because, his officers was not good. He left, and then we thought we were going to get a new coach out of the system, but we got big Tom Flores. Tom Flores was quiet. He was totally different than John Madden, but he was the kind of guy what we wanted to play for because we knew he meant what he said and he said what he meant. And he was the kind of guy that we wanted to play hard for, and we did. and he was kind of quiet. He would just go in there and tell you, hey, guys, you know what we got to do. Let's get it done. And we played our hearts out for him, and I love him to death, him and his lovely wife. And so we want to pray for him as well. You know, a lot of my Raiders are getting older, and but their memories will still live on. Big John Madden, Big Tom Flores, 2 Hall of Fame. I played with 2 Hall of Fame coaches, Hall of Fame players. So it's great, man, going back to Canton and seeing the guys, you know, once or twice a year. So we just keep it going. And the Raiders, we got to get our Raiders back. We got to get our Raiders back in our winning tradition. We got that beautiful stadium. I want to start winning and bring some championships to Vegas because they don't even know what it's like. They don't have a clue until you start winning some championships, bringing that championship to Vegas. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, Accelerator wants to know, speaking of the current Raiders, is there any current Raiders on the roster now that remind you of guys that you played with back in the day?
Max Crosby, come on. Don't get me started. Max Crosby, if we had 10 Max Crosby, we'd be killing people. But Max Crosby's the man, you know, we got to get our wide receiver core going. They're all young guys. And one thing about having young guys and a young coach, you got to learn the system, you got to learn to play together. And that's what they're doing with them. But we got to get some guys out there, get it done right away. Because, you know, our Raider fans, they want it done now. You know, hey, we want to win right now. So when they can get themselves together and get out there and start playing and start winning some games, get the fans behind them like we got the diehard fans. They'll be Raider fans for life. But we want some of these new people to see what the Raiders are really all about and bring that championship home. Because once we do that, it's going to be off the hook.
Would you say Max Crosby would be a Matuzak, Alzado, Howie Long, Craig Townsend? I know I'm missing some. I know I'm missing a lot.
Well,
Ken Long, Piquel. Who would Max Crosby more resemble in his play? I know you can't do the off the field stuff anymore like back in the day, you know, because they got cameras everywhere. But but like on the field, who does he remind you of one of your former teammates?
All of them. Every last one of them. We know because of the speed, the quickness of Matuzak, the toughness of Lyle Alzado. The Howie Long. You know, Howie Long was you know, he made sure, you know, he got that sack and he made sure he had his count up. So I was at all those guys. He reminded me of all of them. I said if we had 10 more of him, it would be no brainer. But
we need more of him on offense too.
And 10
more people like him all throughout the team. But
just 10 of them. Just get 10 Crosbys and it'd be over. Yeah, man, I love Max. You know, I was at we had an award. What was the awards we had for him? I mean,
Commitment to Excellence.
We had the Commitment to Excellence Award with Max Crosby, and he gets those trophies every year. He's the man. And like I said, if we get a couple more of him, we'll be okay. But the guys are young. All I say, the guys are young. They're working hard. They're getting it done. But you know, it takes time, and those things take time. But look, the Raider fans want it now. You know, we agree. Yeah. Our Raider fans want it right now. We say, hey, man, you know, give me something to eat right now. And they want wins and championships right now. So I like the coach. The coach knows what he can. He's been there before. He knows what it takes. It's just getting it done is the key.
Okay, so going back to your rookie year, getting drafted by the Raiders, and now you're in training camp with the guys you mentioned, the Atkinsons, the Tatums, the Matt Stork. All those guys.
Yeah.
Were you? Was it intimidating? No. Or did it fire you up? Like, okay, no, I'm with the big dogs.
Because look, I try to run them over. You know, Gene Upshaw says, "Hey, rookies." You know, they thought I had like a little wind up on my back. They said, "Just wind him up. He's going." No, they didn't intimidate me because you know I was from Hayward. I was from Chabot. I was from Cal. You know, I was some tough. I came out of some tough teams and the tough league, and I went hard every play. And they say, hey, Gene Upshaw had to tell me, say, rookie, we got a union here. So, you know, slow it down a little bit. You know, I was going hard shell, Gene Upshaw, man. You know, we had those practices where you had to go against those guys. Hey, man, I let them know what I could do. And, you know, I ran track. You know, another thing you guys didn't talk about, I was a track star at Hayward High. You know, I ran the 100. I ran the 9.9. I ran the high hurdles, the highs, the lows. That's one thing about my coach, Coach Clark at Hayward High. He said, Jeff, he just told me to run, just run. and I ran he had me every long jump, triple jump, 440 relay, 440. It didn't matter. And so I ran track, and I was fast. And one thing Al Davis loved about me, he loved my speed. You know,
Al Davis loved his speed.
Run a 4.40. You know, and I was trying to catch Cliff Branch, but I couldn't catch him. Cliff ran a 4.2, but I was right on his tail. And then, you know, some of the guys, you know, was running like Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. I said, "Where you going, Bo? Where you going?" I run right neck and neck with them. That's one thing about it. You know, I had some speed coming out of Hayward. And you talk about Tennyson, you talk about Mount Eaton and Tennyson, and you man, we had dirt tracks. You know, you had to learn how to run fast because we ran in dirt. And real dirt. And man, we was track star down there in Tennyson and ran against some of the best track stars at Tennyson they had. Man, and Union City, man, I love running around in that dirt. They had real dirt.
And then the Coliseum back then had the dirt infield right in the middle during with the A's.
And look, they thought that was gonna slow me down. Shoot, man, I got in that dirt. I went faster.
I've been to the dirt infield. Honestly, I think we need to bring it back in Las Vegas. That was the one.
No, don't bring no dirt down there. No. We got natural grass. We got natural grass. One thing, don't bring no AstroTurf down there.
No.
We got natural grass. And one thing I loved about Al Davis, he always loved the natural grass. When we played in the Coliseum, we had natural grass. And when teams would come and play in our Coliseum, they couldn't even deal with that natural grass. And we always had a winning season in the Coliseum. And now they got the natural grass in Vegas. And everybody want to know, how do you have a natural grass field in a dome? You know, the Raiders figured it out. They roll that field out, get sunshine and water, and then roll it back. And it's beautiful, state of the art. That's what I love about that Coliseum.
I have yet to take a tour of that stadium.
You got to. It's got the old, you know, the Vegas mystique. It's got the Raider mystique, and now we're going to have to get a championship mystique going. Don't worry, we're working on that now.
So I'm surprised though that with this, you know, track star Al Davis didn't switch you on to offense.
No. Didn't have no hands. Couldn't catch. Al Davis wasn't stupid. He was Clark Davis. He was a smart man. He had speed, but you got to be able to catch, man. Dude, I had a couple interceptions, but I got to be looking right at you when you throw me that ball. Man. Look, let me tell you something. I would have been good running out flanking, you know, put me in the backfield and run some sweeps. Oh, my God. But ain't no use pitching it to me if I'm going to drop it. He said, get him out of there.
Well, behind our challenging upshot, you probably would have got 1,000-yard season.
Man, let me tell you something. One thing I loved about the Raiders, and you hit the nail on the head right there, big guy. They knew we were coming, but they couldn't stop us. We had Clarence Davis. We ran a 69 boom man. You heard what I just said? 69 boom man off tackle, and they couldn't stop it, and they knew it was coming. And that's why the Raiders were the Raiders, because they knew it was coming, but they couldn't stop it.
Well, I'm going to be a little different here. I got a question for Anita here.
Oh, yeah. I love me wife a question. I love it when she answers those questions.
What was it like being with or married to, you know, a football star during the seasons and everything else like that? You know, I mean, it couldn't be necessarily easy or just as simple, just let him go do what he wants. What was it like from your point of view being with somebody who played the sport professionally?
Well, I did just let him do what he wanted to do. And I used to follow him for a while, but they say one kid in one suitcase was okay. Then it became 2 kids and 2 suitcases. But by the 3rd child with 3 kids and 3 suitcases, I said, "You go. I'll stay home." We made it. I mean, it's hard to stay married for 45 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm
it's hard to stay married 45 years, period.
Yeah.
I got 23 years.
You know, I love her because she keeps my head on strong, and with the kids, she's great with the kids. And let me tell you something. You can't have a whole lot of worrying, man. You know these little kids. I got grandbabies now. They'll worry you to death. But my wife, she don't let them worry me. That's one thing I love about her. She makes sure that the kids are taken care of and there's no headaches. And that's why I'm just happy to be with you guys and do good things. And now we can concentrate on doing good things for charity and hanging out with the guys and just being good people.
Yeah. And we also had a restaurant in Hayward.
That's right.
Anita's Creole restaurant.
That's right. Right across from City Hall.
We had the jambalaya, the gumbo, the shrimp Creole. Oh my gosh, everything from Louisiana.
I'm about to say Louisiana in Hayward right there.
Yeah, until the earthquake came.
Yeah.
Oh, 89.
Yeah, we lost our lunch crowd, which carried us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mervin's headquarters right on the corner, and we had City Hall across the street. Mm-hmm. Both of them got relocated because of the earthquake, and that was my lunch crowd. And then we had the bar, the sports lounge, but it wasn't as productive as the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to close it before we lost everything.
That's right, man. You guys got to remember that she's from Louisiana, man. Look, red beans and rice, some gumbo, jambalaya. Man, look, let me tell you something. I went over there and I met her and her mom. Her mom had me, she cooked for me, and I started to marry her mother. Because, man, that food was so good. That food was so good, I wanted to marry mom. And I said, well, since this food is so good like this, let's go and open a restaurant. So we had it for 5 years. The guys would come in. I had guest bartenders like Matt Millen and Lau Zato, cruising with the tools with my bartender. When you got Matuzak as your bartender, we only had beer and wine, so it was all safe. It was all good.
Did you have any liquor left?
He couldn't hurt himself. Bartender beer and wine.
That's all right.
So we had a ball and we did great. Big Al Davis, we had some memorials there. When John Matusak passed away, we had his memorial at the restaurant, and Tom Flores who came and supported me. So it was just good that the guys support the guys, and that's the way it should be.
Okay. So say we keep going bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
We just go with the conversations go.
That's right. Just keep going. Just keep going, big guy.
All right, so you come into the Raiders in 1977, and right away, you're already in the middle of all the a lot of the famous games, the Raiders.
That's right.
Your rookie year, you was in one of the longest games in NFL history. Your rookie year goes to the post in the playoffs against the Baltimore Colts. How was that game? Just the two overtimes. How was that game in the playoffs? I know playoffs.
Man, it was tiring because we wondered why after the game we were so tired, but it was 2 overtime, and they were tough. They didn't want to give it up. We played the Colts back in Indianapolis. That's before they moved, and it was cold and it was a brisk day. But they played hard. It seemed like every time we score, Kenny would throw a touchdown, or we run a touchdown, and they would score. So they put up a good fight, but we won in the end, and that was in '77. And then we had the playoff game against the Broncos, and that was a tough game too because we had a chance to go back to the Super Bowl. We had played the Cowboys earlier that year, and we beat them. And now we're playing the Broncos. We beat the Broncos. We go to the Super Bowl, and then had that Lytle. He goes up in the air, and Jack Tatum hits him, and he fumbles, and then Jack gets the ball, and they didn't have replays in those days, and the referee said he blew a whistle. He blew the whistle when Jack had the ball. It didn't make no sense. And we learned that day that I learned through John Madden. Madden said always take the referees out the game because you don't want the referees to try to influence the game in any way. And Rod Martin and I and Lester Hayes, we learned that when you win, you got to win decisively because we had a chance to go back to back. And they took it away. Yeah, and that I seen the highlights of that Super Bowl where the Cowboys beat the Broncos. Yeah, they killed them. And I'm thinking like because I'm younger, so I used to watch all these old clips, these old during especially when the Super Bowl would come up, they'd play all these old Super Bowls on ESPN and everything, and then
I would tie it together to all the Raider highlights I would see, and I'm like, wait a minute, the Raiders could have went to that Super Bowl in Super Bowl 12.
Yep.
They would have took care of business against those against those Cowboys. Yeah. They would have took care of business.
Yeah, we beat them earlier that year, and like I said, the Raiders would have went back to back. But like Big John Madden said, you got to take the referees out the game and to win decisively. And I learned then when we played 15 and 18, when you check the scores of those games, it was decisively. We didn't want the referees having anything to do with that victory. And then you all know about what happened up in New England with the Patriots. And that was one of the outrageous, and it was all caught on film and tape, and they did it, and they had no excuse for it. And
we all learned a new rule that day.
Yeah, but how you make a new rule when in the game and you're playing the game? So, man, it took the breath out of the Raiders for a while, but they're working their way back. And now, with that Brady seven championships, man, like share, let somebody else win something.
It all started from that game.
Man.
Yeah, January 19, 2002.
That's right. It took the wind out of the sails on that one, but man, and like you said, and how the heck you gonna make up a rule, a tuck rule, in the middle of a game? I fumbled and lost the ball, and we recovered.
And speaking of,
we got foil hats. Trust me, don't get it started on that. We got foil hats. We have a whole conspiracy segment on here. We get started on that one.
You put that one in there.
Well, speaking of, if the refs don't interfere with the game, then they'll change the rule the next game. I mean, the next year. Holy roller down in San Diego.
Oh, was there too. Couldn't believe it, man. It was fantastic. The ball just happened to went up the field, was rolling up the field, and then as Dave Casper is trying to get the ball, it kept moving. So he had it, and then it moved, and he had it, and it moved, and then it went in the end zone, and we fell on it. Man, those Chargers were so mad at us. They said, "What?" So they made up a rule: you can't advance the ball, but it was a fumble. We didn't advance it; it just rolled up there, and Ghost fell on it. So, but they made up a whole new rule on that.
You have to admit though that there's been a lot of rules in the rule books because of the Raiders,
and there will be a lot more if because they just make it up as they go.
And there's been the same. We all know, we've heard it. Raider rule number 1.
That's right. Cheating
is encouraged.
Yeah.
And Raider rule number 2.
Yeah, but we don't want them doing it to you. We don't want them doing it to us. Cut it out.
Well, I don't have it up here, but speaking of rule changes, a silence favorite player is Lyle Alzado. And one of his favorite highlights is when Alzado ripped the helmet off of the Jets offensive lineman and then threw it at him. They threw a flag. There was no penalty at the time, but they threw a flag.
There is no penalty because it was not a rule at the time.
What I know you were on the field, just playing with Alzado. And that moment, in general, of not really like how he was, but just that anything can just set him off. Yeah. How was it playing with Alzado?
Well, it's fantastic. Let me tell you, I loved Alzado because Alzado, when we had to run a stunt. So Lyle's playing D line, and I'm down there with Lyle, a linebacker. I'm standing in my 2-point stance. So we're gonna run an exit. Now, exit when you cross. So what you got to do is I pat him on the butt to the right. That means he's going to the right. And I'm going to the left. I pat him on the butt to the left. He's going to the left, and I'm going to the right. So we had our little signals we had together. We were fantastic with it. That's why I love playing with Lyle Alzado. And let me tell you something else. We was out there on that field, and I couldn't believe it myself. Lyle was so mad, he grabbed the helmet. No, he didn't throw it at him. He hit him with it first, bopped him upside the head. The blood was flowing down his head. And I said, Lyle, I said, don't hit him again. And then he looked at me and said, okay. And then Rod grabbed him and I grabbed him. Don't hit him again, Lyle. You've done enough. You've done enough. And man, it was just fantastic. But let me tell you something about Lyle Alzado. I love Lyle. He was a great guy, great father, and good man. But he was the meanest man I ever knew. And let me tell you a quick story. Lyle had a friend at Gold's Gym. So the friend at Gold's Gym let Lyle take over signing people in for at Gold's Gym. So I go in, he said, JB, they call me JB. They said, JB, you just go right on in, go right in, work out in the Gold's Gym. That's down in LA when we're down in LA. And after I came in, the two Barbera brothers. You ever heard of Barbera brothers? These guys made the Conan movies, the big swords, the two big buff twins. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they were fantastic movie stars. They were coming in to work out at Gold's Gym, and they were right behind me. So Lyle came out and was welcome and talked to him. One of the Barbera brothers stepped on Lyle's toe by accident. Lyle grabbed that Barbera brother by both arms, picked him up, slammed him into the plate glass mirror, and said, "Don't you ever do that again," and slid him down. The mirror had cracks all in it. I said, Lyle, to myself, that's the meanest man I ever knew. He didn't take no mess, man, on or off the field. So I love Lyle. I love his memory. He was a tough Raider. And that was one of my great stories, but he was the nicest, gentlest guy. Just don't mess with him.
Oh, no, but when it came to his charity work, you saw the soft side of Lyle Alzado.
Oh, would you lose him?
Huh? No, I didn't know him. I know. I was watching all this stuff. I grew up watching, but watching his charity work and him with children, it was the, nice you saw the soft side of him.
Yeah.
I want to say that was the real Lyle Alzado.
Right,
but
yeah.
Once you crossed up that line and got onto that field,
yes,
there was a light switch that flipped in that man.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those ones that when it happened, now that you wanted him on your team, you did not want to face him.
Well, that's just what I said too about Max Crosby. Max Crosby's like that. You want Max on your team. He's the kind of guy, he has that fire that Lyle has and John Matuszak has. Like I said, he's got all of them. He got a little bit of all the guys in. Howie, the sophistication, the man that makes sure he gets all the great sacks and he gets his teammates involved. So it's all those things. He's the guy.
Oh, I'm happy that he wants to stay, and we're not doing anything to trade him. I know those rumors are out there, but the fact that Max Crosby wants to stay, wants to help turn this team around, and be that he's that guy. I mean, he wears that C on his chest, and he wears it with so much pride that when you look for a captain of a team or a face of the team, Max Crosby is the guy you're looking for in today's in today's football. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want.
And we want to keep it going. We want to keep it going, and like I said, he's the kind of guy that could bring in other guys like him and teach them the ropes. And once he learns the Raiders' mystique, the guys will be in great shape.
Yeah. So going back, now these two Super Bowls right here.
Yeah.
You guys, 80 and 83, those two teams, they were the underdogs in a way. Super Bowl 80, you guys, Super Bowl 1980, Super Bowl 15, you guys were the first wild card team.
That's right. First wild card, baby. Wild card. A lot of people don't even know what that is. The wild card. They don't even know what a wild card is. You got to play extra games just to get to the Super Bowl. And it's no joke. We didn't win our division. So we had to come in there and play as hard as we could. So you have extra games. So we had to beat 4 teams just to get to the Super Bowl, and we were as a wild card, and it had never been done. And we did it with Al and the Raiders and the big old oh my God, the greatest running backs of all time with Clarence Davis and Marcus Allen. So we did it. And we got it done because those guys were great guys, and as a wild card. Then we go and play the Washington Redskins at that time. They're Commanders now. They had won the Super Bowl earlier, and then they had Riggins, one of the toughest fullbacks, running backs. He ran like a fool. He was hard as a fullback, but tough as a halfback. They had Riggins, and they had won a championship before, and we played them. Everybody thinking that they were going to just beat us, and we ran up the score and had a great score, a great game. A good teammate of mine that passed away, Jack Squarick, who got the first interceptions, And I was glad he was in there too, because normally I would go in on the Pirate, but they sent Jack in on the Pirate. And I said, Jack, I was so happy you went in there, because if they would have threw that ball, I would have waited till he caught it, then I would have hit him. Jack jumped in front of the guy, intercepted the ball, went in for the touchdown, and that started the Raiders off with that fantastic run in the Super Bowl against the Washington Redskins. And Riggins and the great
Theismann,
the great Theismann, a quarterback at that time, and great. They had a great defense, but they couldn't stop Marcus, and with Frank Hawkins at the fullback, with great talent. And we had our offensive line, fantastic guys, Henry Lawrence, and another guy that was fantastic. We call him Killer. And we didn't call him Killer because we liked him. We call him Killer because he would kill you. And he was the man with Henry Lawrence. So we had some great guys, and Dave Dubby. Man, we got to keep that. We got to keep their memories alive and keep things going, because the Raider mystique is right there. It's right on the tip. Now we just got to go over. We got to get it over the hump and show some of these younger fans what the Raiders really can do.
Yeah,
that's what we like to do on the show. Is we try to leave or keep the mystique alive.
Yeah,
teach
keep the mystique
the
going,
younger
man.
generations about what we used to be. So
There you go.
I do have a question here. Now it's every kid's dream. However you want to go and be able to play in one Super Bowl.
There you go.
And we know the nerves and everything that comes along with playing in your first Super Bowl. You got to play in 2 Super Bowls.
2-time world champ.
Is playing the second Super Bowl any easier than playing the first one?
Well, I wouldn't say easy, but you're more prepared. You know, you study your game plan. You know what you got to do. You study your players. You know what they're going to do. And what it was everybody was focused. We were so focused as a team that our third string was just as good as our first string, and they knew everything. That they knew what to do and when not to do it on our third string. We had guys that came in off the bench was making plays. You know, we had rookies making plays. We had block kicks. We had tackles. Man, we had youngsters out there playing their heart out. And one thing about it, it's infectious. Once you start playing like a champion, you become a champion. And what it was, we wasn't nervous. I said we were well prepared. I would say being prepared is the key. If you're prepared, you can take on anything, and that's the key to being in the Super Bowl. Prepare yourself, and you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, Victor says he remembers you blowing up kickoffs, the kickoff wedges in that Super Bowl 15, that Eagles Super Bowl. That you was over there blowing up the kickoffs, the kickoff returns over there.
Man, I was trying to, man. But look, let me tell you something. Them boys was hard as a rock. I hit one guy. I think I broke my helmet. I had to come off the field and get a brand new helmet. You know, you had the Raider helmet with the Raider logo on it. I went down on a kickoff coverage, on a kickoff punt coverage, and when I hit the guy was so hard that helmet cracked. I ran off the side of the field. I had to go get a new helmet. So I had a Raider patch on one side, and the other side was blank on the other side. And when I saw that picture, because Rod Martin got that third interception, I ran out on the field and gave him a high five. I'm saying I didn't even have a logo on that one side. That's because I had forgot I had to get a whole new helmet. I think that concussion rule was kicking in on me right on there. I'm like, man, I had to get a whole new helmet, and it didn't have a logo on one side. It was crazy. So those are the days, man. We're just going down there full speed and having fun and just running. And you look, let me tell you something. I told you I was a track star. I got down there, I said, see it? You know how they hold up the gun and pow. When you hear that pow, you take off. Man, I was gone.
Rod Martin, you know, you said you got the 3 interceptions in that Super Bowl. But Plunkett was the MVP, comeback player MVP.
Yeah.
I know, they both could have been.
It should have been Cole. It should have been Cole. You know, everybody's been tight with money. You know how it is. The TV network. Everybody's been tight. Now they got so much money they don't know what to do with. You know, we got they got AI, they got Netflix, they got that. They've got so many television money. And that was one of the reasons Al wanted to move down to LA, because the cable was just coming in. You know, they had the TV money. They was making good money off the TV money, but there was more money being made in cable. And that was one reason why to go to LA. Now, you know, they got so many, man, you can watch on so many networks, and they're going to take football off free tee altogether. You guys better get ready. You're going to be paying for every game you see. So it's best to go to the game because you're going to have you paying for it. But that was the whole deal, going to L.A. because the cable was coming in, and they thought they were going to be making a lot of money. And that Rod Martin had that 3 interception was fantastic. And it should have been a but because Plunkett, we had just picked him up from the 49ers, and he did so well. We had a great offensive line, Dave Dubby, Gene Upshaw, Art Shell, John Vella, Henry Lawrence, and Mickey Marvin. We had such a great offensive line that they didn't touch him. And that's what helped. So, and he had just came from the 49ers, and they talking about he was all washed up, blah 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 blah. And he had a great season, and so he deserved it. But I think you just don't look. Let me tell you something. You just don't get 3 interceptions in a Super Bowl every day.
Yeah, so against Ron Jaworski.
They could have made one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And they could have made it a Cole, but in those days, everybody thinking about the purses and said no.
So you actually brought up the move. So I wanted to ask, it's like a 2, maybe 3-part question. First, what was it like to bring a Super Bowl championship to 2 different cities? Did the move at first affect players at all?
No, it didn't affect the players. Hey, hold it down. Slow down. You're going too many questions one time. Slow down. But look, man, it was fantastic, man. Look, we won a championship in Oakland, and we had to go down to City Hall and collect our rings and everything. It was fantastic. They had done it earlier in '76 when they won a Super Bowl. I was there when we won a Super Bowl when we were Oakland, the Oakland Raiders. And it was fantastic down at the Kaiser Building in Lake Merritt. Just standing there thinking that I grew up in Hayward and Oakland, and I knew this area well. And here's this young kid getting a Super Bowl ring in the Kaiser Building on the penthouse level. It was just something that I thought of and dreamed of, and it was like I couldn't believe it was coming true. And I enjoyed that, and I tell my wife that this is fantastic. I grew up in this area and all around Lake Merritt, and she knew all about it, and I knew about it. It was fantastic. And it was just being there at that moment, being a champion with the Raiders. And then we go down to L.A. Oh, my God. We got Lyle Alzado stood up, said a few words. We're in front of City Hall in East L.A. Man, it was fantastic. The Raider fans down there, they launched onto us, and they loved us to death. And we were so proud that we were able to put a championship together and bring the championship home in L.A. And Lyle said a few words. The mayor of L.A. said a few words. So, man, that whole mystique, just being downtown L.A., the city, that has the great movie stars and the mystique of Los Angeles. It was fantastic being a champion in L.A. And that's why I want them to experience that championship, bring it to Vegas. Once they bring that championship to Vegas and the people get to experience that, it's nothing like it in the world. And they've already experienced something like it with the women's basketball. They win the championship about 2 or 3 times. They're fantastic.
3 out of the last 4 years.
Yeah, man, they're killing it down there. But I want them to feel a championship with the Raiders and a football championship. Once they do that, man, it's going to be off the hook.
Did you have any more questions? Saddam on the
Whoa, all these questions. Whoa, big, all these questions. I love you guys to death. But hey, we want to talk about this cruise coming up. My wife and I, we're going to be cruising.
I have one more question. I have one more question that my mom wanted me to ask Miss Anita.
Go ahead.
She texted me. She's like, okay, what was it like? She goes, what was it like being the wife of a Super Bowl champion? 2-time Super Bowl champion. She wanted me to ask that.
Can I answer that question? She's a Super Bowl champion right there. That's a champion. If it wasn't for her, there would be no Super Bowl champion. Go ahead, man.
No, tell her it felt great. We were proud of the guys because they had worked so hard to become champions, and then to actually be involved with the parade and everybody celebrating. Mm-hmm. We had a great time. It was so much fun. Yeah, but Jeff, I know Jeff had worked hard. He really wanted that Super Bowl. It was a time where he just said, I'm gonna work real hard, and we're gonna talk to the guys, and the guys are all pumped up. We can do this. It was like they were all thinking together as one person. That's what made it so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. Yeah, and you know, to win a Super Bowl, you have to think as one. You got to get everybody on the same page, and once you do that, it's fantastic. Hey, I see some highlights of the big man coming up. Man, you got some great shots. Oh, lad, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Played some great games, man. Oh man, those.
See, I remember I missed the players with the big shoulder pads. Because we still wore them when I was in high school. We still had the old shoulder pads that was passed down for the last 20 years. We had the big old shoulder pads.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but you know, nowadays these guys that wear those pads, they're so small. I'm like, you know, Rod and I, we always hit with our shoulders. We had pads under pads because we didn't want our shoulders to, you know, get damaged or hurt. So I don't see how these guys, well, you know, the new technology nowadays, I guess you can wear pads like that, but they're smaller and they're supposed to be more protective. But in our days, we had pads under pads because we didn't want, because we hit so hard, we just didn't want to get hurt.
I think the pads kind of reflect the game today, where you got the rules where you can hit guys like you guys were able to hit them.
I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I think about that all the time. They're talking about you put your shoulder. Man, back in the days, we had guys, man, they would juke you out of your socks if you better try to line up your shoulder to hit them. You had to follow them because you couldn't watch their head, you couldn't watch their feet, you had to watch their hips. That was the only thing that didn't move. And then you make your tackle. But man, these guys, I really fear. I just don't see how they do it. But they're getting it done. You know, putting a lot of shoulder tackles in there. Every now and then you get a 15-yard penalty if a guy leads with his head. But it's very rare because they teach it, the coaches, and the teaching is so well that it's starting to work. But man, I know back in our days with George Atkinson, man, never.
Okay, let's go to why we are all here. If everybody wants to hear more stories, all you gotta do is go to the cruise next year. The transition right there.
Now we're talking.
Here we go. Okay. And, this Raider cruise, I want to try to go. Everyone should try to go. I'm gonna have a special guest take over and talk about this opportunity to meet more Raider legends and just hang out there on the ship.
That's right. And they see the date. So you've got the date, and my wife would like to talk a little bit more about it. Let's go back and put it back. I want to see my lovely wife. Honey, say a few words about the cruise so we can get some
my
Raider
husband,
fans.
no, I don't like to talk that much.
I know, that's why I wanted to talk.
He makes me talk.
I don't like it either. I'm with you. I don't like to be on screen and talk either.
That's my wife right there, basically. You know, she says, "Sign me up." So
yeah, this is for a great cause, though. We do. Jeff and I have been doing charity work since I met him. After his retirement, he continued to do a lot of charity work. We like giving back because we feel it's a blessing that would fall upon us once we give. And it's been going good. You know, every time we do something good, something bless us. God blesses us. I'll just say it. And it all started, Jeff will tell you, it was just him.
Right.
And 10 players? 10
fans. What happened was I had a Raider fan. He said, "Jeff, I want you to come on this cruise. We're leaving out of Long Beach. Man, I take care of your room." I said, "Okay, no problem." So it was me and him, and we had 5 Raider fans come on the ship, and then 5 Raider fans on the ship. So then we get a room, and it had a big piano in it. The piano took up the whole room. So what we did was we talked Raider stories and had a good time, smoked a couple of cigars, drank some tequila, and had a good time. And in Sonata, I said, "Honey, we should keep this thing going." So what we did too was we started having a raffle and an auction, and the money we made, we raised, we give to the charity, the arts in Vegas for the kids, and Ronald McDonald House. And man, this is our 11th annual Raider Legend Cruise. Now, let me tell you something. We did so great and so well. The Raiders, they got a Raider cruise. And I was like, whoa. So what happened is we were doing so good. They got some of the Raider people come out. Now that cruise is like outrageous. It's kind of expensive. We like $5,000. We keep it real inexpensive, where you hang out with the guys, sign a few autographs, tell some Raider stories, and go to Ensenada and have a good time and just hang out. Now, look, where are we gonna go on the ship? And I always said, what's a Raider without a ship? Arr! And, arr! And what we're gonna do, we're gonna make all those 49er fans walk the plank, and we're just gonna have a good time. So if you guys can make it, fantastic. My wife will tell you how you can get on board.
Yeah, we had a lot of great times over the years. Like Jeff said, we gave, I think the first 5 years was money to the Ronald McDonald House.
Right.
And then we gave to City Team, who feeds the homeless in downtown Oakland. And then after City Team, we did the Culture Center in Las Vegas. We paid tuition for 60 kids for summer school. And then this year, we gave it to my high school in Oakland, Fremont High. We gave scholarships to 6 kids. Me and my classmates, we put together $15,000 and gave out scholarships to the kids there, 6 kids. So that was nice. I haven't chosen a charity yet this year. We're trying to pump it up the cruise more so we can get more people. So I've been concentrating on that. But we have May 15th to the 18th. It's a 3-day cruise. The same one that the Raiders is doing, but ours is better because you have more time, more personal time with the players. Like Jeff said, they can't go anywhere. They're all around you.
And if I remember correctly, you guys did say in Ensenada.
Oh yeah,
there is Ensenada. You guys are putting a event together at a location.
That's
where
right.
all the Raiders fans could go.
That's right.
And be able to party with these legends.
That's right. That's right. And then, if you don't want to party with us, you can go to Popples and Beers, a legendary down there in Ensenada, and then do some touring if you want to go see the Blowhole down there. But you can do all that and hang out with the Raiders. And like I said, smoke a couple of cigars, a little tequila. It's good for you. It's just good for you. And I was going to say,
I've been to Ensenada. I've done the cruise to Ensenada before.
Yeah.
And you can get some nice Cuban cigars.
Yeah.
Ensenada.
Yeah. And then you get the Raider fans. And then you get the Raider fans in Ensenada. So I'm just trying to tell you, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is get as many people on board, because as many people are on board, we can have more players, and then we can bring in more guys and just have more fun. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, this year, we gave Jeff his birthday party on the cruise.
That's right.
So he had about 8 or 9 players on board. We had so much fun, and it's so fun to just watch them talk to each other and reminisce to each other, and they be bringing up stories. Some of it they probably shouldn't even be saying.
To me, it's all about the stories.
Yeah,
I would love to sit there.
You'll hear the best stories. So you got to come. You got to come on board.
You hear the best stories.
I'm convincing the wife. I'm trying to be here on this cruise with you guys because I'm there for the stories. I'm a historian. I love the history, and to sit here and listen to these stories would be heaven for me.
Right now, we offering whoever is listening, you can put $100 deposit down per person. The cabins sell 2 per cabin. All you need to do is put $100 down and make payments all the way to March. And it's really reasonable. I mean, the price changes on the cabins just like the airlines per day. So some days it might be $1,200. Some days you can catch it for $1,000. So, but call Erica and ask Erica. Tell her that you heard that you can put down $100 and book this cruise. I'm also offering the first 20 people who book the cruise will have a dinner with the legend on the cruise.
That's right.
We're gonna have a raffle. So one of those 20 people will be able to have dinner with one of the legends on the cruise. So we
Okay,
have
we have mix up and everything, and we will have a code cage match that you put that if you do it online or make the phone call, whatever, you let them know that you came through the cage match, and that will help out because as so many rooms are bought, it helps bring another Raider legend onto the cruise.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's the goal right there that we want to do is to bring on as many Raider legends as we can get a room for onto this cruise.
Yes. We would love one day. It's my goal one day to get that ship full of Raider family.
Oh,
that would be
amazing.
It's about 3,000 of us on the ship, but it would be great to have all Raider family there.
Yeah, and I'm Jessica. If you're watching, I know my girlfriend's watching. My credit card number is. I'm joking. Get it now.
Man,
so
we're gonna get you on board. Hopefully, you guys get on board, and we have a fun time going to Ensenada. Because Kenny King tells the best stories, and Jerry Robinson, man, he's a legend. And like I say, you can hear some of the great stories from some of the great guys of the Raiders.
And meet Frank Hawkins. Frank Hawkins is the one that introduced Jeff and I 45 years ago.
There you go. Yeah,
he's a running back.
But you guys know him a lot then.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We should have named one of the grandkids. I didn't do the kids. I didn't do the grandkids. Somebody should have been named after Frank.
Well, he should have just been a godfather to somebody.
But he's very successful in Vegas.
Right.
And
he's working with us with the cruise.
He's working with us with the cruise as well. Before he was a Raider, he was at the what hotel was that you guys was at in 80?
In 80? Oh man, El Dorado?
Yeah, when you guys went up for after the Super Bowl.
That was El Dorado.
Yeah, El Dorado.
Yeah.
And I met him. It was strange. I met him in the elevator, and he stops the elevator. Mind you, we don't know each other. He stops the elevator and freezes it. And he said, I want you to meet someone. And I'm looking at him like, I am scared. I didn't know what he was going to do. And then I'm thinking to myself, I hope he's not short like you. I'm thinking, because I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2".
We look eye to eye.
There's standards, okay? There's standards.
That was the reason why he said, this tall woman has to meet one of these players. But he brings out this guy, Jeff. And then they asked us to go out with him later on, me and my girlfriends. And we said yes. And we've been together ever since.
Ever since. The moral of the story is get up and go out. Have a good time.
I can't argue that. I met my wife at work, and it started with a few things here and there. I can't say it here on the show because it's going. But one thing led to another, and 25 years later, we're still together.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Great. Well, you're going to definitely catch up with us.
We got a long way to go, but you know what? We are definitely headed to that many years, and I can't
do it. Wait. You're past the critical part, so you're going to make it.
Look, we want you to come get on board, bring your lovely wife and friends, bring them on this cruise to Ensenada. Now, at one point, we go to Ensenada, but there's also one we've been to out of Long Beach. We went to, what was it?
Catalina Island.
Catalina Island.
That is the cruise I did.
Yeah.
That's cruise me and the wife and the family did. We went to Catalina Island
this year.
Yeah. But, we go down to Ensenada, have a good time, come back. A lot of people got to go to work. So we want you to come down, have a good time, and we go back to work.
And we're going to have some fun. We got some great contests that's going to be going on so people can win prizes. We have the raffles. We have auction.
For a good cause.
All for a good cause.
Does this cruise, do you need to have a passport?
No. You can use your birth certificate. As long as it's the original with the seal.
Okay,
because,
I got mine.
We're going on the same ship. Oh my gosh, let's talk about that ship.
Oh,
it is an Italian theme, brand new ship, first time out this year. So we were able to see it for the first time this year. It is beautiful. This is called the Forenza. It's gonna be nice. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I gotta do it.
Oh, and trust me, there's always something to do on the ship. They have bars that never close. They got the, they got the club. They got, I mean, there's always something to do on top of hanging out with the Raider legends. That are gonna be out there. And
I'll be hanging out. I'll be hanging out with you. I'll be hanging out with you. You'll be my bar tab.
I don't know if I can afford that.
They have
one.
a casino.
I hope you don't treat like Batuzak.
They have a casino. It has everything. You don't even realize that you're on a ship because it's so much.
Exactly. You don't feel it. And they even have a liquor store that will not open up until you hit international waters.
There you go.
And then once you hit the international waters, you get alcohols that are not in the United States and bring them back.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
To the United States.
And I think it's a little cheaper to the price.
Yeah, it's cheaper in price too.
And it's cheaper. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. You hit that international waters and that ship opens up.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. Like Jeff said, this is our 11th year.
11th
next
annual.
year. Our 11th annual next year.
Yes, and like a lot of people haven't toured Ensenada. They don't know the history of Ensenada. Was where all the people in the 30s and 40s used to go and have good time in Ensenada and learn about the Mexican culture. I love it down there. The people are so friendly and nice. And if you haven't been to the blowhole, it's where the water. A lot of people don't even know what about, but it's where the water from the ocean hits the rocks and shoots straight up into the air, and it's just amazing. It's fantastic.
It only happens, I think, 2 or 3 places in the world.
Yeah, and that was one of them.
Ensenada is one of the places.
Oh, it's just beautiful. And so you learn the history, the culture of the people, and that's where all the big money people from LA used to go back in the days to Ensenada. You know, to party, have a good time when they wanted to get away from Hollywood. And so what the young kids do, nobody really knows about, but the young kids, the spring breakers go down there and have a good time. And now a lot of people are finding out more about it and going to Baja, Ensenada, because that's where everybody used to go back in the 20s and 30s. It's fun. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is. You want to be able to see some of the Mexican culture down there. Me, the wife, and the family, we did the Ensenada, and we ended up doing horseback riding on the beach.
God. Horseback riding on the beach. Oh, yeah.
On the beach. Exactly.
We went to the beach. God. We went to the beach, too.
Yeah, it's just beautiful, you know, and it's so much fun. You go horseback riding, you can go jet skiing, you can go boating, fishing, try to do as much as you can do. And get your butt back on that boat before it leaves.
Exactly. They make it clear. They do make it clear. The boat will leave whether you're on it or not.
You guys are giving me FOMO. I have a fear of missing out now. Now I got to make sure that put it on a credit card. Let's go. I'll pay the debt later. Let's go.
Let's go. What you waiting on?
I think our largest crowd we had was 270 fans that came on board.
We're gonna beat that. We're gonna beat that.
We're trying to beat that.
Yeah, I want to get to 500 next
year. I want 500 on this cruise right here.
Well, this is the way to do it. Talking with you guys, getting the word out. This is what it's all about.
And make sure everyone join our Facebook group page. It's the Raider Legend Cruise for a Cause.
Yeah, Cruise for a Cause. Now, I told you the Raiders,
Instagram.
Our Raiders love this so. They love me so much. They want to copy me. They got a Raider Cruise, at the Ensenada. But this is called the Raider Legend Cruise, and it's for charity. So remember that Raider Legend Cruise with Jeff Barnes and Anita for charity. Don't get them confused.
What's the website for them to go on and book? Because Anna asked that earlier in the comments.
That's what I'm saying. If you go to our group page on Facebook, you can. There's a link where you can click and be able to get your cabin right there. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm gonna give this phone number to Erica for those who are not on Facebook.
Travel agency.
Erica is our travel agent. and she's also the niece of Frank Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
So her number is 702-277-3574. Or you can email her at etravels4@gmail.com.
Okay, yeah, I got the phone number up there for Erica, for the travel agent. So go there, 702-277-3574, and make sure that you put this code in, or tell them basically what you heard from the Cage Match, or say Cage Match.
Yes.
Cage
Make
Match.
sure you mention the Cage Match. Match.
And get a discount.
Not a discount.
Yes. Oh no.
They can book the cruise for $100.
Yeah.
Down.
Book the cruise.
Yeah.
We're gonna take care
normally it's $200 per person.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna, just for the listeners today, we're gonna let you book it for $100.
Mm-hmm.
And you also be one of the first 20 to enter into a raffle to have dinner with one of the legends on board.
There you go. Good.
Yes.
I'm gonna be one of the first 20 because I just realized that's 4 days after my 26th anniversary with my wife.
Oh.
I'm gonna be on that cruise.
All right.
Our wedding anniversary is May 11th.
We have an anniversary party. That's fantastic.
I just realized that.
Anniversary, big style.
I don't think she heard me, so that's okay. It's gonna be a surprise for her.
Oh,
yeah. We do birthdays for everyone,
birthdays,
anniversaries, all special occasions. It's family friendly, so kids are welcome as well.
I'll leave the kids at home this time.
Yeah. It was an excuse to drink some tequila. Yeah. Give me another.
Oh, I don't need the excuse.
You don't either.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Now,
Fun.
see, the more and more we talk about it, the more and more I'm all like, babe, did you get the credit card out and go and start put the number in?
For me, I'm gonna be on this cruise. You all will see me.
Hey, look, we hear you talking. We
have had a lot of players on the years.
Yeah.
Some great players. I remember Mike Davis.
Oh, Mike Davis.
He loved to cruise. Before we could even get off the cruise, he said, "When we coming back? When we coming back?" We've had Rod Martin. Oh gosh, Barry Sims,
Mervin Fernandez. Those are some of the guys we so
Kenny King.
We're trying to get as many guys as we can. We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them that come on, and we're trying to get Lester on, but Lester doesn't want to get on. He's scared to get on the ship.
You know what? Him.
He loves fishing.
He's in a car just on the water. That's all.
Yeah. No. What is that? He must have watched that movie Titanic. There had to be something going on with him.
We have a lot of guys who really want to come on board. Even these younger players that didn't play in Jeff's era, they want to come, but we have to get the money to get the cabins booked.
Put in the cage match when you go to book your room.
Yeah.
The more rooms we get booked, the more legends and players we get on this cruise.
There you go.
So it goes down to this. The more Raiders, legends, and players you want to see on this cruise, go out there, share it with your friends, do everything you need to. Let's get it out there. And the more rooms booked equals more Raider legends and Raider players that can be on this cruise.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes. My sister said this cruise is like right before her wedding, and her fiance is a Niner fan, so she goes, Raider theme for the Niner groom. And like you said, Jeff, hey, and if you act up, hey, off the plank.
That's it. We'll make him walk the plank. We're going to walk the plank. But no. We got to keep him.
Radio, we don't have it right this second, but we will have it for future shows. We will be plugging this on every show that we do, Wednesdays and Friday shows. We will have the graphics for everybody to go, and we will get the links to share in our bio and in the chat, so everybody can just be a click away from joining on this cruise.
There
you go.
Well, we appreciate it, guys. I can't help but love these guys from Hayward. Hayward High. I was a farmer. I got my pitchfork and overalls upstairs in the closet.
Kadio right here. Hayward. He's a Hayward born too.
Right.
He's a diehard Niner fan. He's a diehard Niner fan. Yeah. But from Hayward to Black Hole. Tennyson High School. So and he's also the one in the intro that we played, the very first video we played, the intro. He's the one that composed the music for that. So we always shout him out because he supports us too. So we got to get him on. We've been introducing him to the small little cruises that they have out here in the Bay Area because he was kind of like that seasickness, whatever, but he got used to it. So now, Arcadio, it's time for the big cruise. 3 days.
That's
okay.
It.
We already live in earthquake country, so don't worry about the shakes. So
all I have to say is imagine a Cage Match show.
I never felt it.
You don't feel it.
Imagine a Cage Match show.
We're gonna
from
give
the boat.
We're giving a shot at you won't feel a thing.
We done, guys.
You guys can tell what my husband be doing the whole cruise.
I'll be hanging out with them drinking.
I'm with you. I know you know where to find me. I'll be right next to him.
All right. Okay. I hear you talking.
Before we,
I'll back it up.
I don't know well, I wanted to ask. My mom was texting me earlier. She wanted to ask, going back to a Hayward question.
Yeah,
around your time in Hayward, did you ever meet George Foreman? When he used to train out here.
Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up, big guy. George Foreman went to my church, Palmacilla Baptist Church, down there near Tennyson and Hayward. Oh my God! And John Foreman, he used to come down. He used to go to church, in my church with Reverend Bennett. God rest his soul. Reverend Bennett was a great pastor. Kind of taught me the ins and outs. I was baptized at Palmacilla Baptist Church in Hayward. And George Foreman would come to the church and, tell some of the stories about how his life was changed. And I got a chance to see a great man like him. And I said to myself, I want to be great like this guy. But one thing about that boxer, they tried to give me the box. I didn't like getting hit in the head. I couldn't move my head fast enough to get out of the way. So I said, no, that's not the right sport for me. So I let my legs do the talking. And George Foreman, great guy. I love him. And then I went on to Vegas. I met some of the other guys, Foreman, Ali. And, they had the big fights. They would have the players come in and hang out. Oh, man. So, and in those days, the fighting card, in the 80s was fantastic, 70s, 80s. But Muhammad Ali, Foreman, and Tyson. Come on now. Those are the good old days. And I was just so proud that George Foreman was going to my church at Palmacilla Baptist Church in Hayward. And shout out to all the people that's still attending my church in Hayward. And tell everybody in Hayward that Jeff Barnes loves them and try to do the good things for Hayward.
Yeah. And one more question my mom had, because she's texting me, ask this, ask that. And Mom, you can go on YouTube.
If it ain't in the chat, it don't count.
What? My mom watches the show, so I speak for her. My mom wanted to know Frankie Valdi, I guess one of the original owners of the Raiders. My grandfather, my mom's dad, used to work with him in the concrete factory up in the Hayward. I guess you wanted to know, did you know him and how was he? I guess if have any stories or anything.
Well, I don't have any stories, but I know Frank
my grandfather, my mom's dad, my grandfather, he used to work for him up in the Hayward, right near the Casta Hayward. I guess the concrete factory up there.
So Frank Valdi was famous. Him and Al Davis were good friends, and I know of him and used to see him at the games and things like that. But the Valdi family, Frank Valdi. I think he was a stockholder in the Raiders or something. I don't know exactly how that worked back in the day. I was just a young pup coming in, but I do remember that name, Frank Valdi, and he was out of Hayward too, Frank Valdi. I didn't know that. So it's fantastic, the Valdi family, and that name does strike a bell. And We also had who we had? Oh my God, we had so many different stockholders with the Raiders. There was businessmen that bought into the Raiders mystique, and that Frank Alvaldi was one of them. So yeah, I'm just glad you brought up that memory. I hadn't heard that name in years.
Yeah, my mom. If you meet any of these players, you gotta ask them about Frankie Valdi. I said, okay.
Yeah.
She texted me, remember? I said,
Mom bringing the history.
Yeah.
And you know, George Foreman was married to one of the Raider wives, who was she married Clem Daniels after George Foreman. Cynthia Daniels.
Yeah.
I remember that name.
Yeah. She has a bit. I'm trying to think of the name of those sweet potato pies.
Oh, yeah,
They're real famous.
Yeah.
They're little miniature pies. Miniature pies.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was married to George Foreman, and then she married Clem Daniels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, man, you're bringing up memories, man.
It's a small world.
It's a small world. It's funny how you talk to a few people, and the next thing you know, everyone's intertwined in family.
That is so true. Yeah. So true.
So yeah, I don't know. Do we have Solomon? Anything else?
No,
we can go on forever. We can go on forever.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know how much time they got. I mean, I could probably do this for the next 5 hours.
Hey, we would love to come back.
Did your mom know? Who's his name? Oh shoot, who's his name? The guy. Alo Casal. You remember that name, Alo Casal? Ask your mom, she knew Alo Casal. I think that was Al Davis' right-hand man, and him and Frank Alvaldi, they were always together. Alo Casal, who was
I remember that name.
Yeah, was
I know that name.
That was part of the Raiders, and him and Frank Alvaldi, all the businessmen would get together, and have their own little meetings and stuff. But I do remember him being with Alo Casal, and Alo Casal was Al Davis' right-hand man. So just ask your mama if she heard that name before, and if she have those guys are like two peas in a pod, when they talk of business. And the only thing I couldn't understand was why they couldn't get together and put the money together to keep the Raiders in Oakland. That would have been fantastic. They would have built that Coliseum in Oakland, and we would be talking a whole different story right now. How the Raiders were in Oakland with that big, beautiful Coliseum, that big stadium over there by the Coliseum. Tear that down, build the Raiders Stadium that's in Vegas in Oakland. Because, Oakland it's the Oakland Raiders, and they'll always be the Oakland Raiders, even though they're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oakland is Mecca. Plain and simple.
I've been to a few games in Las Vegas, and the stadium's beautiful. The stadium's nice. And it's nice to have your own stadium, but I'm just like, it's just not. It's not the Oakland Coliseum,
it would have been nice if they could have built that stadium in Oakland, but they didn't. But I know I was there through the whole process. The city would just not let him build that stadium, and I just don't see why they couldn't have put the money together and build something nice, keep the Raiders. And look, we lost the A's, we lost the Warriors. So it's all about that stadium, and there's something going on in City Hall where they just don't want to pay to keep the great teams like the Warriors, the A's,
lost
and the Raiders in town.
They lost the Warriors, they lost the Raiders, and now they lost the A's.
So I don't know what's going on up there in City Hall, but you want to keep things like that because they don't know how that keeps a community alive. It keeps everybody together. And everybody want to work together. And, one thing I loved about it was all the players went out to the schools. We talked to the kids, try to keep the kids out of gangs and keep them out of trouble. And if you talk to a kid, they say, you know what, if that Jeff Barnes can do it, maybe I can do it. And that keeps them on the straight and narrow and keeps them from, getting into these gangs and violence and stuff like that. And the kids in Oakland and the Bay Area, they need that. And hopefully we can keep that going, and that's what my wife and I try to do. We do things for the kids at her school, Fremont High. We do things for the homeless. We want to keep that mystique because I grew up in Hayward and Oakland, and I want to do as much as I can. Another thing too, you talk about Hayward. Remember I told you we had that dirt track They built a brand new football field up there, and we got the shovel that was just. I got to be able to start the contractors breaking of the ground at Hayward High, my alma mater, breaking of the ground at my alma mater, and now they have a beautiful track up there and a beautiful football facility, and it's all due to Gary Clark and Coach Rankin and some of the great athletes that came out of Hayward.
Also, for the 50th Super Bowl anniversary Super Bowl, they gave him a golden football.
Golden football.
And it sits in Hayward High.
That's right. That's right. You know, playing into the league, you know, I got the golden football from the league, and I gave my golden football to Hayward High in honor of, you know, them being there educationally and emotionally for just a young kid, you know, learning what to do and what not to do, and being a part of Hayward and making Hayward a great place. A lot of people, they don't even know where Hayward is. You know, they just know it's off of 880 and 580. But man, if you ever been to Cal State Hayward and hang out at Hayward, you know, it's great food. China Bistro, great Chinese food in town, and we got our restaurant.
Oh my gosh,
we got our restaurant.
Lotteria, Tennyson.
Oh, Tennyson Lotteria. Man, I go
there. Sinitis.
Yes, there you
go. Sinitis.
I was just there last night. Whenever I drive through town, I go right to Tennyson and get my beef burrito and my chiliano. Don't get me started, man.
We know the really well. We've been going there for many years.
I'm home retired from Cal State Hayward.
Oh man, I love Cal State Hayward. I used to go up there, work out all the time, and meet the coaches and players. And oh man, and the best burritos in town is right there. And you know, you want to see some muscles right there? Yeah, beef burrito, baby.
Yeah, that's the pork burrito right there. I used to eat one right before each high school game. My mom would drop off, will come to Tennyson and give me a super burrito, and that was my Techlin fuel. That's my Techlin fuel.
Oh, man. It is our Techlin fuel to this day. We were just there last night.
Hey, to be honest with you, I moved to Kansas. And I miss those burritos. I really do.
They're the best. But they're that chiliano with the juice, the sauce. Oh my gosh. I swear it cures my cold.
Yeah. I tell you, you haven't had a chiliano. You haven't tasted anything. Those chilianos are the best.
They're delicious.
One quick Hayward High question. One quick Hayward High question that people probably don't know is that I believe because I studied when I went to introduce you last year for the kickoff party in Bakersfield, you coached Jack Del Rio, right, in Hayward?
Oh my God, man! Let me tell you something. I love Jack Del Rio, the Jack Del Rio family. I love the Jack Del Rio family. Jack Del Rio and my brother Kim Barnes, they played baseball together. Jack's dad would come pick up my brother Kim at the house and take him to practice. And I love the Jack Del Rio family, you know, all the brothers and Jack. So when I went there to the Raiders and we won the championship. So my coach Gary Clark, God rest his soul, and Coach Rankin, they said, Jeff, come up. We want you to, you know, talk to Jack and see what's happening. So I went up there. We went on the football field. We got the football. And we just did some passing drills, and we just got the chance to talk. And I told Jack, I said, Jack, don't watch their head. Don't watch their feet. Just watch their hips. And their head, you know, could go up a million miles, their feet go, but their hips always stay the same. And then when he makes that break, make the tackle. Jack listened to every word I said. Jack, he was a Hayward High champion. He got all HAAL. He went on to USC, played a wonderful years at SC. Jack Del Rio. Then he go on to coach, and then the next thing you know, he's coaching with the Raiders. So Jack, you know, Jack had me come up, you know, because he knew the family and I real well. We used to go up there for Family Day and hang out, you know. For the had the Raider legends get together, and Jack was a coach. When Jack was a coach, when they had there as a CEO, and Jack Del Rio was the head coach. Jack, I would come up there and hang out with him. And man, I miss Jack to this day. Like I said, whenever I get a chance to see the Del Rio family and Mr. Del Rio, I always say hi, give him a big old hug, because they were part of the history of the Barnes family. Would come pick up my brother and take him to baseball practice. A lot of people don't know Jack was a great baseball player as well. He played baseball, football, and basketball at Haywood High. And I did track and football, but shoot, man, that baseball is that's another world.
Yeah.
And that basketball. So Jack was all HAL and baseball, basketball, and football. So I'm proud of the Jack Del Rio family. When you say Jack Del Rio, you know, you're bringing back memories and the love of the family. And I love Jack's dad, Mr. Del Rio. He always give me a big old hug every time I see him. I wish he was here right now. I'd give him a big old hug. So when you say Jack Del Rio, man, you're bringing back memories. So cut it out. You're bringing back all the best memories of my life.
I told you we can go on. We can go on forever.
And on.
We know our history on this channel.
There you go.
But yeah, we got like 15 minutes left of the show, but let's close it out one more time. Let's talk about this cruise one more time. We want to go to oh wait, he had it on the comment. Right there. 11th annual Raider Legends Cruise 2026, May 15th to the 18th of next year out of Long Beach to Ensenada. 3-day cruise with the Raider Legends, including Jeff Barnes right here himself. Him and his wife put it together. They've been doing this 11th. This is going to be their 11th year doing it.
And there at the very bottom, the contact information, Erica Stevens. There's the phone number and an email you can contact that to be able to talk to and get all the information. There you go. There's a phone number to be able and book to start your booking. And remember, it's been said right now, you could put a $100 deposit down to start this and make payments down to get your cabin and get this all started.
Yes. And go there. I'm gonna put my own code in there.
I know. I'm gonna have to figure this out and put our code in there too.
Yeah.
And remember, the more rooms that are booked between us and anybody else will get more Raider Legends and or current players on this cruise. So the more rooms booked, the more you have of Raider greats being on this cruise to be able to talk to, spend time with, and the first 20 to do it will be entered into a raffle to be able to have dinner with a Raider legend on the cruise.
I want Sinitis with the Barnes family. That's what I want.
Yeah. That's right. There you go.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some burritos. We're gonna go up to the parking lot. Yeah.
Sinitis is some tequila.
We're gonna get some Sinitis. We're gonna go up to the Cal State Hayward up in the parking lot and look over the city and just enjoy right there.
That's right. And reminisce.
Yes, and reminisce. All right. We want to thank you very much. And you got to make sure that you guys come back again onto our show because we appreciate it. I know there's more questions. We'll go to memory lane. Yes. I studied a lot of this history. I didn't live it. So the only way I can try to, the closest way I can live it is to hear it from the legends that lived it.
Look, Jessica, she's willing to step into the kitchen one time on the cruise.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she can cook.
Oh,
yeah, chili verde.
Chili verde out there.
Yes.
Oh, you're going in and out, guys.
So we want to thank you. Any last anything that you guys want to say to the people watching?
Well, just make sure that you join our Facebook group page at Raider Legend Charity Cruise.
There you go.
I was trying to find because
sweet and
the Raider, the Raiders
Legends Charity Cruise.
There you go.
Facebook.
There we go.
You'll be able to get all your information from that page right there.
Not the fans, not the fan cruise. It's the legend cruise.
Yeah.
The legend cruise.
Let's keep the confusion down.
Yeah.
Let everybody know it's the Raider Legend Cruise, the original Raider Cruise.
There you go.
Yeah. Just like it was the original John Villa locker room before there was the Raider image.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Had about
Carrot
5
cake
of them.
and churro cheesecake. You better be in the kitchen. That's all I got to say.
That sounds good. Somebody make a carrot cake.
Hey, you're making me hungry.
I
Cut
love
it out.
carrot cake. I love cheesecake. When you add churro to that, you better be in the kitchen, and I expect both.
Yeah.
If you guys are still in the Bay Area, we'll go deliver. I'm not even joking. I'll go personally deliver.
You're the man.
All right.
You gotta go.
Thank you very much for coming on. We appreciate it. And like I said, you guys got to come on again.
One of those bios. Give me one of those bio cards, big guy.
Which one?
He wants that copy of that bio that you had.
That was nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this one right here. This one right here.
Yeah, send me a copy of that. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course. I will send that to you. I'll send it to Anita on the chat. So
I appreciate it.
I'll give you that copy. This one and this one.
Hey, thanks
that
a
one
lot.
too. That one as well.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That is Mr. Jeff Barnes and Mrs. Anita Barnes. Where's my applause at again? There's our applause. All right, take care, everybody.
Go Raiders! Go Raiders!
Go Raiders!
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
That was amazing. Asylum.
I'm damn serious. You got me excited about carrot cake and chorizo and churro cheesecake. I want both.
Yeah.
Every night I'm on that damn boat.
Like I said, if they're still in the Bay Area, we will deliver.
Bay Area, my ass. That shit could be mailed to me.
Yeah, we can mail it too. We We got next day. We can mail it too. $50 charge for
no. It could be mailed to me. That's all I'm saying. $50 my ass.
Okay, well, Asylum, I know the interview was over. Didn't want it to be over though. I know there's more. There's more we can talk about.
Gone forever for that. You know how I am when it comes to this old history and talk like this. I could go forever.
But we still have enough time to talk about fantasy football.
Under protest.
Fantasy football.
It's different.
Oh yeah, let's switch everything up.
I hope this week does not affect the carrot cake or chorizo. The churro cheesecake.
Chorizo cheesecake. I don't know if that sounds good. But anyway, it's just cooking it.
The churro cheesecake and the carrot cake. I hope this doesn't affect that. All I have to say is I put up my end of the bargain this week, and all the people who are up there in the shit, you're welcome, but I'm coming. That's all I have to say. I'm coming.
All right, let's look at the scores then. Let's go and you got Matt TDs. You know, he's the interim coming in. He faced me. Hey, he had me on the ropes though. But I was able to succeed. 127 to 84. And then hold on, this music is so loud in my ear right now. Okay. All right. Now you have Big Bang. That other gang, KDO, took care of business to Mean Machine Jeff on the other side of the country, 158 to 105. Asylum took out the leader in the standings, 138 to 117.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say I was going to do it? Didn't I say I was going to do that?
Took care of business to Pig's Pig. That was That was crazy. You know, any given Sunday or any given Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, it all adds up together. And Monday. It was a close one, but Eduardo's excellent team edged out my sister 132 to 106. My sister is getting tired of Deebo Samuels not performing when he's supposed to perform. Oh, that's why I was messing with the wrong volume. There you go. And every time she puts him in it, he just doesn't do it. He just doesn't do it. She said it right there. It's Deebo's fault.
It's Deebo's fault.
Deebo's fault. Edward's all like edged out. You know what? She would have had you, Edward.
I don't see a single game that was even edged out. I like good edging.
It was close.
I haven't seen one yet.
Hey, there he is right there. That is Edward's excellent team right there. Hey, don't disrespect. But it's my sister, so I got to defend her, okay? So that's how it is. All right. And then right here, Anna's angry team took care of business to my girlfriend, Jessica, the Holy Roller, 107 to 65. So that was tough. That was tough to watch. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how this game is played. Asylum knows. Hold on. I was trying to do something else. All right. And then let's go and look at this next. Let's go look at this next lineup, this next matchup. That's what I was trying to say. All right. Edward plays Anna. 53% to 47 to Edward. As of right now, that's the percentages going on right now. I get to face Jeff. And right now, he's 55% to beat me. This is going to be a tough one. My sister goes against the interim Angel. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I was like, because he's new. I forgot his name. Angel. You got mad TDs. My sister has the 62% over him at 38%. And here's right here, part of the game of the week. Asylum and Jessica.
I apologize now. I'm sorry. I still want the damn carrot cake and turtle cheesecake.
Right now it's 67%. 67% in favor of Asylum in this matchup. And then Arcadio, bang, bang. The other gang.
Just go.
He goes against Pig's Pig. That's the most closest one, 51 to 49% in favor of Arcadio.
All I have to say is don't let those numbers fool you. Arcadio, you better put your best team together. You better put that best team together because he's going to come out from nowhere.
Yeah.
Not everybody can put a spanking on him like I did.
That's, yeah.
I'm sorry. I still want the game.
Hold on, I'm trying to find. It's stupid. I was trying to find why is this not working? I was trying to get the standings, okay? That's my fault. I should have done it earlier.
You said no turtle cheesecake. Does that mean I still get the carrot cake? I'm stupid.
Do I still get the chili verde?
Okay, because you know what? Carrot cake's my favorite. The turtle cheesecake. I love cheesecake too, so if I get one of the two, I'll be happy.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this going. Hold on, I just want to get the standings up. I should have had it earlier, but life is life and life is life. So, okay, here we go. I got the full standings.
I'm no longer holding the league up. That's all I got to say.
Hold on. Let me take this off. Okay, it's us right here. All right, now let's look at this. Share screen. We go to the standings. We're going to share this. We're going to come back here. We're going to go to this screen. We're going to show this screen up. We're going to come back to this screen. We're going to go.
I'm fucking white and I can't read that.
This is an eye test, okay? You must be this close to get beat. No. Okay, are we even now? Are we? Oh wait, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, hold on. I gotta zoom in more. I can't look at both screens, so tell me when we're good. Tell me when we're good.
Enhance.
Are we good?
Yeah, I can
We're
read
good.
that.
Okay, here we go. There we go, right there. Okay. Am I on the right screen? I am on the right screen.
You're on the right screen.
Okay.
Stop doubting yourself. You got this.
Fantasy football has made me doubt myself. Okay, right now, Pig's Pig is 5-3. There's a 4-way tie for first place. Pig's Pig.
Hey, like I said, 1, 2, 3 of you guys, you're fucking welcome.
Pig's Pig, Edward, Anna, and me, Raider Savage, are all tied for first place at 5-3. Then the next 3 at 4-4 at 500. Bang Bang Gang. I would not say that name. Arcadio, Holy Roller, Jessica, and Me Machine Jeff, all 4-4. Asylum and Raider Stitch, Asylum here, and my sister.
I'm sorry.
3-3, 3-5.
I feel bad.
Say my name. Say my name.
And it's still under protest, by the way.
And on the bottom, it's not his fault though. He's taking over a team. He's interim coach. That's what happens. The interim coaches got to take over a team and turn it around. Kenny AP the season. You got Matt TDs at 2-6, but hey, we're getting to the thick of things. So it's not over until it's over.
Hey, look,
It's
all I
not
gotta
over.
say is the important number right here. It says GB, which stands for games back. I am only 2 games back.
It's close.
Y'all
It's
better
close.
watch out. I've warned
Top-
you guys. Under protest. But I felt controlled.
Hold on. Edward said, okay, he said he wants me to refresh it because he wants to see, hope it doesn't, okay, let's see. What is he called? He's called.
I just learned football.
Will you teach me the football? All right. There you go. That is your, what do we call it again? This is your fantasy football. The Royal Fumble League right there. Everyone,
Come on! Get your
It's
shit
all-
together, goddammit.
everyone is going out to stop sharing. Everyone is going
Why
out
is
there.
your name on that whole list, the one that's highlighted in big bold letters? I call bullshit.
Because I'm gonna win. Okay, there's a
No,
script.
You're not.
There's a script,
already
and it
said.
says
And
the
look,
whole.
at least Gus said it best. It's fucking foosball, goddammit.
Chabade. That is your fantasy football update right there. Right
Hey,
there.
all I have to say is, I'm coming. Watch out.
The belt.
And I'm sorry, Jessica. I still want my cake.
The first ever Cage Match Royal Fumble fantasy football
Hey,
belt made
hey,
for a
hey,
midget.
Hey,
My sister was trying to get the running back from Seattle back. Chabernet. I said, yeah, his name is Jabroni. Sorry. Right there.
Look at it, man.
No cake for you. Calame.
You know what?
All right.
Just because you said that, I'm no longer sorry for what happened after this week.
Anyone want to trade, says Edward.
Hey,
I want an
what do you want
Arcadio
to
trade.
I'm always up for trade, Edward. But
Oh, Michael Vick.
I only statement
That's
on
an
that.
Arcadio trade.
Talk to Arcadio.
Hey, he already said it right there. I'm down, Edward. That is an Arcadio trade right there. Good old days right there.
Sounds like
Oh, the comments are on fire right now.
I got Tim Tebow.
That is your
My Christ.
the Tim Tebow jersey. What are you doing? Oh my God, this is a great show. We appreciate everyone that was watching, everyone that chimed in, everyone that enjoyed the show, that's going to enjoy the show after it goes off live, and you guys watch it on I wouldn't say on reruns, but you know.
It's not reruns until like a week later. So on,
yes,
on TiVo. If you're going to watch it on TiVo.
On TiVo. Brett Favre was on the trading block, so Edward's ready. Oh yeah, great show. We appreciate it. Thank you, Anna. All right, Asylum, let's roll it back.
I want my cake. Please, Jessica, don't hurt me like that.
Okay. Asylum, that was a great show today. Also, side note, let's go Blue Jays.
Who's the other team?
It's the Dodgers.
Oh, let's go Blue Jays.
All right, Asylum. Let's go Expos. Let's go. All right.
Hey, they're now the
Nationals.
The Nationals, that's it. Yeah.
Whatever. They should be the Redskins. Just to stick it to the NFL. Okay, Asylum. Toronto Drakes. All right, Asylum. My sister, Goal Answers. Yeah. Hayward represent. That's how we do it up in here.
Hey, what?
Yeah. Add your letters there. Can I buy a vowel? Oh. Okay. Asylum, that was our show. What do you think about today's episode?
Oh, it was fucking awesome. I mean,
Yes.
Come on. The Barneses, Anita, Jeff, it was great.
Yes.
I mean, we were hearing shit that we haven't heard before, hearing stories from another side instead of always the same side.
Yes.
The cruise, it's decided I'm going. I'll find a way. I will be there. That means you have to be there because we have to do a cage match episode on the cruise.
Of course. I have everything ready as we speak or on the road.
Like I said, the wife don't know it yet, but it's an anniversary present. Whether she wants it or not, it's happening.
Yes.
But I mean, it was great. We'll have all the information as we go on. We will be promoting this all the way through. I hope to see a lot of people on this cruise, a lot of legends, a lot of Raider players, however it goes, a lot of our fans. I want to see you guys all face to face, have you all on the show, and go. I can't wait. This was one of the best shows I think we've ever done.
Yes. And stay tuned because we got more coming up along the way. So stay tuned. And I just want to go on this cruise and I want to do a live show and have all these players come up and tell a whole bunch of stories of back in the glory years of the Raiders in Oakland, in LA, in Oakland. We still need to build we still need to build a mystique in Vegas, but maybe putting it out there, it'll, how you say, fuel the now, maybe, this is how the Raiders used to be. Okay, let's use that and go out there in the field.
Not fuel. We're going to teach the now what the was used to be.
Yes. And we got to go. We got enough time.
That KDO for me is a yes.
We have a lot of time to put money away and try to get on this cruise.
There ain't no attempt. If me and the person there, right there to that side, is on this cruise, there will be a episode. We won't guarantee how long it's going to be, but there will be an episode on that ship.
Oh yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it after margaritas. All right, guys. Let's go.
A player?
Take over, Monty. I'm in the bag.
Me?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Good to see you there, damn it.
All right, let's land this episode. We want to thank everybody for coming in and watching our show, getting a little history lesson by Jeff Barnes himself, the legend, and Anitha. Can't forget her. She, that's what we open up the show with the passing of Carol Davis. We all see Al Davis was up in the front and everything, but in the background, she kept them grounded, and that's what you need. And that's what I have, and that's what you have, Asylum. That's what Jeff has, has whatever. So we want to thank them for coming on, telling their stories, and talking about the cruise. So we need to get that going and make sure that when you go on the cruise, when you go to book the cruise, Cage Match, just like the same as a Dubby, Cage Match. That's your code word. Cage Match.
Yes.
Cage Match. Cage Match.
And
Cage Match.
there is a website to go to. We will add that later to future shows. And make sure you put in Cage Match. If you call, say Cage Match. Whatever it is, however you go about it, make sure you say Cage Match one way or another.
Cage Match.
To be able to help everything out.
Cage Match. All right. Let's end this show. We're gonna play. I want to play the dedication one more time, and then after that, it's gonna go into Coach Wallace as we keep his memory alive. Also, so let's do that. I came in late after doing my show. Salute Nation. What is up, Jack Hanna? Catch the rerun. It's gonna be right after we go live or after we finish live.
Replay, not rerun. This would be a replay.
A replay. Yeah, maybe we should replay it. Yeah, I could do that. The rerun, I don't know.
No, replay. There's a difference.
I'm old school, okay? We do everything on tape.
No, it ain't even old school.
VHS.
It's like a reboot and a whatever the hell the other one's called.
VHS beta mode. Okay. Let's end the show. Asylum, get that CMN ready. A dedication to Carol Davis and George Atkinson. We want to thank everybody for watching the show. Then after that, it's going to go right into the ending where we keep his memory alive also, which is Raider Mill, a.k.a. Coach Wallace. I know him. My sister knew him. And, of course, Arcadio in the chats knew him, too. We all went to the same school. He was our teacher. He was our coach. He was that Raider fan that you don't mess with. All right, Asylum. Get that going. Come back on Friday. Well, we have a show on Friday talking about the Jaguars at 4 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 East Coast. I did it right. Yeah, I did it right. All right, Asylum. Get that going and everybody have a good night.
This is CMN, a Cage Match News update.
Hello, this is Asylum Burgundy for your Cage Match News update. Tonight, I'm not at the Al Davis news desk, but I am at the Al Davis Memorial Torch, the original in Oakland, California. I thought it would be more fitting to light the torch in honor of two lost legends, but where it all originally started, where they started. The Coliseum is a lot more than just memories. It's where winning legacies started, and we are all gathered here to send off and honor these two. George Atkinson was small in stature, but he still put fear in opposing receivers. Nicknamed the Hitman, he lived up to that moniker. He was the last living member of the infamous Soul Patrol, one of, if not, the most scariest defensive backfields in the NFL of the 70s. In fact, he pestered the Steelers' Lynn Swann so bad, their head coach Chuck Noll tried to sue Atkinson. A champion of Super Bowl XI, the legend of George Atkinson will live forever in the hearts of Raider Nation. He was dedicated to the Shield, Raider in peace. Carol Davis, considered the First Lady of Raider Nation, was married to Al Davis since 1954. Even though Al's passion was football, she was number one in his heart. The queen of the Davis family, she was also behind the scenes in the football world, keeping Al in check with negotiations. After Al Davis passed away in 2011, her and Mark Davis took over the team. In fact, she's been with the team through all three moves and was the first to light the torch in Las Vegas. So let's light the torch together as we celebrate both in honor.
All you other NFL teams, your tailgates are weak, your teams are weak. We might be down right now, but it doesn't take away the history. And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history of who the fuck you playing for and where the fuck you're playing. Damn it. Oh, and by the way, I won my last cage fight. Again, I'm still undefeated. And you NFL motherfuckers out there that you think you want some, come on and get some anytime.